What's up, guys? Adam here. Thanks for joining me today. You can see by the subject of this video, I have moved and I've joined an esports team for racing called Fiercely Forward. But I've not moved to join the team. They just both of those events happened at the same time. So I've moved from a suburb of Dallas to the city of Dallas, and as you can see in the background of my rig now, this is in a completely different location. So I've spent the past few weeks just moving and getting everything situated in my new place. So that's taken a good chunk of my time. I had to disassemble the rig and reassemble it. This video is going to basically be me reassembling the rig and showing you guys just kind of what that process looked like. And also kind of break down the stuff I have in my rig. But yeah, I've been, at VIR 2 weeks ago. I set the second fastest qualifying time globally. And Riley Jacob, shout out Riley, he's my teammate in Fiercely Forward, our esports team. He set the fastest time for qualifying. And his race pace was actually insanely good. Much better than mine. But we now, share telemetry data. I spend a good chunk of time studying his laps, studying my laps, finding the discrepancies, seeing where I'm slower over, race pace, adjusting my driving style, stuff like that, so I can really improve as a driver myself, not just in qualifying, but overall over 60, 50, 50, 60 laps, stuff like that. So, yeah, excited to join this team. I'm going to be racing in the iRacing Formula League sometime next season. Right now, I completely missed Silverstone, the race last week, because I had my rig completely torn apart. So that kind of sucked because there were strong entries in that lobby. The strength field was really good for the Grand Prix series. For the tour, obviously they're racing in Melbourne. As you can see, I go off here, and that's the end of a little bit of practice I had. I had no experience on this track, but I gained a little bit of experience over the past day or two. Practiced with my team and learned a lot about this track over the past few days. But you can see my triple monitor stand was in the garage there. All my monitors in their boxes, PC on the shelf in a closet, and the rig just by itself. So getting into the build, I was trying to take these closet doors off, but the hinges were stripped. The screws in the hinges, so on the frame of the wall. So I brought the sand in, was wondering where I could kind of place this within the room. I was thinking straight on the wall, but I was getting too close to the desk on the right, the white desk, and the backyard door. I was thinking in the corner of the room, but then I was too close to the closet doors. But then I took the doors out from the hinges attached to the door and just left those little hinge plates in the frame. And so, decided to go through with the corner. I was trying to fix this keyboard tray that broke. It kind of fell down in the moving process. Just got loose. I cut myself, had to take a break. But I figured out how to tighten it. The Allen key was just tight enough to put a little bit of friction on it, but you couldn't put too much to where it would just go to the next groove in the Allen key itself. Anyway. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it that well, but got the keyboard tray fixed, got the mouse pad in, and it's time to put the wheelbase on. And this is my SIMAGIC Alpha wheelbase, 15 Newton meters of torque. The thing is pretty darn heavy, so I'm using my hand resting on my knee to kind of keep it steady as I put all four of those bolts in. And then the center monitor goes on next. I had to scoot my rig back a little bit in order to get this monitor on, but we'll base the two side monitors off the middle one, and you can see the VESA plates are already on. I didn't take those off from when this was fully set up in my previous apartment, so the edges and the bezels should line up pretty nicely. Obviously, depending on how much I tighten the screws on from into the monitors from through the VESA plate will dictate the angle of the monitors. Up and down, not necessarily side to side or anything like that, but you can see the edges kind of line up pretty nicely. So happy enough with this, and really from here it was just putting all the wiring together and getting it all set up there. So this is what the rig looks like all put together. I'm going to be posting some more content on the racing this weekend. I'll stream some But yeah, just wanted to show you guys what this process looked like. And I appreciate you guys for joining, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.